Hello, Rob here, and this is a little video. Megasynth did invite me and asked me, "Hey, Rob, could you check the Behringer K-2 against the Korg Mini Korg MS-20 and the original Korg MS-20, because originally this was my very first synthesizer. I was 15 years old and this was my very first synthesizer, so I know this machine inside out, so it's nice to compare them together. And the first thing we will do is simply having one oscillator, filter fully open, and I play a few notes with this one, then with the K2 and the original one. So okay, now this one. And then we go to this one. So you hear there's a little bit of difference between the sound. This one is a bit more bass toned, or maybe also a bit more nasal type, and this one and also the Korg one sounds a bit more brighter. So when I play this one and the K2, you hear the difference. Let's do the same with the original and the Korg Mini. So the basic tone is a bit different. I think it's due to the way the oscillators are generated. So, I mean, a saw wave form in each synthesizer can be a bit different in tonal sound of it. So, okay, let's go to the next type of sound. Okay, the next part I'm going to do is simply one oscillator, but then use the resonance very high. And then this is a typical sound from the Korg MS-20. It sounds dirty, really a nasty sound it can produce, the original one. So let's play around. One oscillator and then the filter with the resonance very high. Yeah, and of course I only use the low pass filter currently. So let's do the same in the with the K2. Yeah, you can see that even if I have the peak fully open, it has a peak resonance, but it's not as aggressive. It's not as aggressive as the original. Of course, it has a different filter mode, but that one is a bit more aggressive. But it sounds different than this one. This one can even go very, very far with the resonance. Okay, let's go back. So the difference between these two filter modes, to my opinion, is that in filter 2 it has a built-in limiter for the resonance, and filter 1 it really goes more deeper with the resonance. Back again on this one. Yeah, the difference is definitely there. Now let's go to the Korg Mini. It's the same type of thing. Okay, let's go back to the original again. nice sweet spot, so let's see if we find the sweet spot here. So my personal opinion is that that one has a nicer sweet spot in terms of higher resonance. So let's try to get that sound here on this one. Sounds more grainy. This one keeps it nicely. So from that point there's definitely a difference. So let's go to the next sound. Okay, the next thing what I'm doing is one oscillator sound, I'm making a bass sound. So the filter is modulated by this envelope, and what we notice here is that some of the positions, like the decay time here is about number 6. On the K2 it's on number 4 for about the equal sound, and on the mini core it's between 4 and 5, almost 5 I think. So the dials are not equal, so it's from that part the settings are totally different. And essentially that's not a big problem, of course, and I did try to make the sound equal to all 3 of them. It's a one oscillator bass sound. Okay, this one. And now this one. I play it again. K2. So yeah, you hear some little differences in sound. Of course, up to you to judge them. And we go now to the next sound. Yes, the next thing I'm going to do is to play with 2 oscillators and open the resonance until it almost starts to self-oscillate, and that would be the sound which I would compare to all 3 of them. So open the resonance. That's a bit too much, so I'll go back a bit. Just like this. Okay, I'll do the same here. Okay, now it starts to resonate. I go back a bit. Okay, and we'll do the same here. Bit back. Okay, and now I play all 3 of them after each other. There are sometimes a bit of difference in volume. I don't know what is causing it, but MS-20, K2, and the Korg. So that's the sound with 2 oscillators and with a lot of resonance. And let's do the next one. So the next thing I will do, I have 1 oscillator again, because then you can hear much better the difference in the filter. Is with a square waveform, and I will open also the high pass filter and use the resonance of the high pass filter. So I'm fiddling around now with the filters and see how that will work out. So first with the original. As you can hear, it sounds very dirty. Let's go to the K2. to the mini Korg. Okay, now maybe back to this one last time. Yeah, so you hear there's small difference with this type of sound, not as big as the other sounds. And well, in general, these sounds of both of these machines are very good. I would personally think that this one is a bit closer to the original one than the K2, but that doesn't make the K2 a bad synthesizer. It simply sounds a bit different. So let's maybe do a final sound. Let's see how that works out. Okay, yeah, the last sound is simply a nice synth sound, 2 oscillators with a saw wave, a little bit of slow attack on the filter, and you see the filter is fully closed, low pass filter is fully closed, and the envelope amount is max open. You see a little bit of slow attack and a certain setting with decay, then you get this sound. That's the Korg MS-20. We did the same here. So cutoff frequency closed and the envelope totally open. So maybe combine together. Let's go to this one. Also cutoff closed, envelope max open. Of course you can make the a bit longer, or here. And also here, of course. And by a little bit of detuning we can even make the sound different again. Let's see if it works a bit the same. Make it a bit fuller. Let's do the same here. A bit more detuning. That one. And of course the. So yeah, what you notice with this type of sounds, it's all getting very close, and so personally what I notice is the difference mainly in the basic waveform of the MS-20 is a bit more bassy from the bass, and then the resonance and the filter, it's a bit better controllable here. It has a bit of, keeps it nice in some way, and maybe yeah, that has to do with the building up of the components at that time. I mean this machine is from 1978, 1979, something around that area, so were different components, and so there is a price, not a price, sorry, a sound difference inside of it, and I think the K2 in some area it sounds to me a bit more like a American style filter, so a bit more Moog-ish, and from that point the Korg Mini is more closer to the original one in terms of the sound. And of course, never forget, in the end it's the fun you have with these products, and I'm pretty sure with both of them you're gonna have as much as fun as I had with the original one.